I was going to be showing up Animal Kingdom at 9 o'clock. Turns out they've got an 8 o'clock opening. Now, I double checked this time. Last year I got faked out by the time on the in-room television station, but this time I double checked it against the website. Yes, they have an 8 o'clock opening. If they don't, then there's like a company-wide problem.
Also on the left, sable antelope, reddish brown in color. Notice how those horns lean back. That helps to deter predators from jumping on their backs, surprising them from behind. Very territorial animals. The pattern of patches on their coats are unique to each giraffe, just like our fingerprints. They're going to be lighter or darker based on their genetics, but their patches are actually filled with capillaries that allows them to regulate their body temperature. If you watch this giraffe here on the left, you may notice that dark colored tongue that's reaching up for that food. Top of their head, these are called ossicones, little false horns. They've got wide jaws for grazing grass out in the savannas, or just got lost in translation over time. There's a cheetah up there walking around too. Fastest land animal, going from 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds. It's the only cat with non-retractable claws, the only large cat that can purr like a house cat.
Let me pull over to the side here and talk to you for a moment about the single rider line. Now, I've been able to take advantage of the single rider line both yesterday over at Hollywood Studios with Rock and Roller Coaster, and today here at Animal Kingdom with Expedition Everest. And the single rider line is a line that people who, it's just what it is, solo riders can get into it. It's typically faster than the other lines. I mean, today it was basically a walk-on here at Everest. The single rider line at Everest is sort of hidden over to the right. If you're looking straight at the normal entrance for Everest and you see the Fast Pass entrance and you see the standby entrance, don't go there. Go over to the right of that building a little bit in and you'll see a sign that says single rider line. Go in there. And look, even if you're with family, if you don't mind riding with somebody else, you know, your family's gonna be generally riding at the same time. You're just not gonna be riding sitting right next to one another. But you'll get on there much faster. As you'll probably see in the video that I shot, I went straight in, went through the switchback, whoosh, whoosh, and just like that. Single rider line. And boom, I was right there at the loading dock. I only had to wait one cycle before, boom, I was on the ride. Woo! Single rider line. Use it. There was nobody else in the line this morning. Nobody else. I just walked right through. Gotta know what you're doing.
Here we go, Mom.
It's quarter till 9, and I have already done both Expedition Everest and Kilimanjaro safaris. Of course, Kilimanjaro safaris took up most of that time. I went directly there this morning. Thankfully, I've got a fast pass for flights of passage, so I didn't have to run over there with the rest of the maddening crowd. I was able to head on over to Kilimanjaro safaris. I got on the second truck. Now, they had a little bit of a technical issue with the first truck that they tried to load, so they had to unload the first truck, reload them onto the second truck. So I guess I was on the third truck, if you want to be technical about it. But that first truck went in for servicing. They were just having trouble closing the doors completely. Which I guess if you've got a bumpy ride like that and paying guests and wild animals, somebody falling out could be a pretty big liability. So good for them. Good for them. I'm heading over towards Dinosaur. My fast pass isn't until 9:10, but I need to stop to use the restroom. I can find some stuff to do over here in the interim. It's less than a half an hour. I can just take in the foliage.